As you think about that broadband and connectivity, we certainly have plenty of space across the Mohawk Valley. Yet one of the things we heard in the first round from the Brookings folks who were involved was you can't just have sprawl. You've got to concentrate on those urban centers. And that's an area we've worked on. And so rebuilding our main streets, redeveloping areas like brownfields and waterfronts has been very important to us. The plan is working. In round 3, between Utica, Oneonta, and Amsterdam, we have $38 million of investment in both residential and entrepreneurial opportunities. We're now going to hear, about what's happening in Oneonta. Zandra Hart is with the economic development team down in Oneonta, and she's going to talk to you about not what could happen, but what is happening. And it's been interesting as this story's gone around the region. It's helping other cities to see this isn't a dream. This is something that can really happen. So, Zandra, with your success story, please.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting us to come and talk about a great project. The Brazil's department store, he said stand closer because I talk quiet. The Brazil's department store was an anchor for more than 100 years for a trade area of 50 miles. Great 75,000 square foot department store. It had been vacant for quite some time, and someone living next door, probably a youngster, thought it would be okay to pitch a bottle up on top of the roof, and the Gatorade bottle landed in the drain hole exactly, plugged it, and a 30-foot pond developed on the roof, and you know the rest. The roof went to the basement, and the building started to cave in, and we had to do something. We were already planning to do something with the building. Now we had to do something with the building. We looked at developers, and we decided on the second developer, and the developer did a market study and determined that market rate apartments in downtown Oneonta was the next best thing. So we started to renovate and build and abate a little asbestos. But there are now 17 market rate apartments. And to our surprise, while the market study told us that professionals would want to live in our downtown, the surprise was it was retired professionals that wanted to live in downtown. So the first 2 apartments were the penthouse. I go to give a speech at the Rotary Club to talk about these great new apartments that have stainless steel appliances and granite countertops. And someone raises their hand and says, okay, there's this dispute between our friends, which one got the penthouse? And of course the answer was both of them did. There are 2 apartments with loft rooms on the 4th floor of the old Brazil's department store. While I'm at that Rotary meeting, and there's nothing like stainless steel appliances and granite countertops to grab attention, a CEO of one of our major organizations walks up to me and says, can I have a brochure? I want to rent one. He insisted that week that he get a tour, and he did, and he has now signed his lease to rent one of these 17 market rate apartments. We are 70% full, and they can't move in until March 1st of next year. So yes, they very much want to live in downtown. They very much believe this is the place they want to be. A few weeks ago, or actually it's December already, isn't it? So back in October when the sun was shining and it was warm weather and we had one of those beautiful Sunday afternoons, 300 people came to the Historic Association on Main Street in downtown Oneonta and paid $8 to traipse up the construction stairs and actually see what the inside of this building looks like now that we've started to convert it to apartments. Excitement in the air. I played tourist that day so I could hear what they were talking about, whether they were interested, whether this is what the community was looking for, and they were very excited. It was one of 9 older buildings on Main Street that we gave tours to, and the folks in the other buildings were saying to the building owners, so are you gonna do what they did? Because this is great. And loved the different buildings and what we can do it. So it's created new interest in our downtown buildings. In round 3, you will see the Matt Dan and the Talgo Hotel projects that are showing you that we've done it successfully with the Braziz Building in downtown Oneonta, and now other people want to do this as well. A very successful project for us. I'm looking forward to opening it on March 1st with the certificate of occupancy saying that we've completed it. And if it hadn't been for this process and the money that helped us put this project together, we wouldn't have been able to do this. So thank you very much.